My dear Kenyan brothers and sisters, I'm here neither to lecture nor dictate. I'm here because I'm concerned that our dreams are going up in red-hot flames as the exultant ashes bright our eyes, threaten to leave us in teary shells if nothing is not done to avert a possible crisis, a crisis that can cost your and my life. Whatever space of our lovely mother country you may be occupying today, I wish to discuss with the Honorable you of the mess our so-called Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission want to put us all in. If you can remember clearly, it was the manual election system, an archaic, outdated 19th century process that almost brought upon our one Kenya to the verge of a full-blown civil war. And even if we were lucky to avoid such an eventuality, think about the 1,303 souls that were lost. It could have been your father, could have been your son. Think about the scores of women raped for labor, physically, psychologically, emotionally scarred. It could have been your wife or your mother. Think of the displaced persons chased from the place they had always called home sweet home. It could have been your sweat being burnt down into ashes, stolen away as you were chased out like a dog from your life's hard work. And all that is so much painful many times over, when the selection process to determine who was on the receiving end of sharp pangas, arrows, and butts of the gun was sorry upon the language your dear mother taught you. Think for this, things worse than the devil could possibly conceive. And yet, our pot-buried giants and Victorian class ladies at the Iebc are not even thinly ashamed when uttering words that in a way can be used to prove premeditation of murder and worse. For what is worse, my dear brethren, than a refusal to learn from fatal history? Yet, by their suggestion to take us back to the days of killer manual elections, the Iebc fat cats are writing a death sentence to you and I. And if you cannot say no, we won't allow this, you would be better off starting to write your will. For no matter the unlikelihood of a recurrence of the 2000 situation, we must do all to avoid our country being engulfed in an eternal total eclipse ever again. Cigarettes only increase the likelihood of cancer to the smoker by that 3%. Yet the society is firmly against the vice. No matter the percentages, we cannot play around with matters of heaven and hell. Death is knocking at our door. Let us all jointly refuse to open it by condemning with all the mighty roll of a lion out in the savannah, the careless way the Iebc has handled the biometric voter registration tender. On second thought, I may note that had there been an extremely good reason as to why the Iebc failed to get the biometric system in time, perhaps you could understand and move on to seek other ways to avert an after-election crisis. Yet, what do we hear? The mentions of that million shillings, or 1% of the 3 billion tender amount being demanded as bribe, was in the price. Being Kenya, and knowing too well that the Iebc is not run by Sisters of Charity, our fears can be justified that those fellas put you and your family life at risk because they could not agree on corrupt backdoor deals, or perhaps rather how to share their loot once it's achieved. Ladies and gentlemen, the Iebc is not only trading your life for money, but it's serving our very nation existence in exchange for 30 pieces of silver. Out of curiosity, I can kindly imagine the Iebc gents and ladies, or if you may, ladies and gents are luxuriously sitting in their seats At a loud table up in the anniversary tower offices, haggling and bargaining, not so much unlike at the Jerusalem temple, on what I can take home. And when the figure could not be agreed upon, they agreed to disagree, agreed to postpone business until after the elections. Even hyenas have honor. Yet all this is speculation. We can realize that perhaps the Iebc fellows are whiter, better than the saints. And hence does it mean that they are totally incompetent by the virtue that they fail to do their work as expected? Are they guilty of negligence of duty, sleeping at their desk while risking you and my life? They fail to deliver on the single most important aspect of a fair general election. How then can we trust them to hold credible election anymore? Do you, like I think, they deserve to be thrown eternally to the wettest and the coldest of the dungeons to forever be at the mercy of punishing nature forces for their treasonous act of failing in duty that risks our very own nation? The Iebc had of late started to do their launches of various projects with so much fanfare and glamour, much different from those of major political parties. Those commissioners are forever omnipresent in our TVs and radios, always ready to give a comment or another to the print media. Have they become a dog that barks too much, only to snooze off as the beast sneaks through the back door? I think so. We must all then take every necessary step to see the full potential of our beautiful Kenya is fulfilled. And that means peace must be preserved. Do not lie down when someone is playing with your future. Do not know when someone gabbles on your children's safety. We as a nation must learn and practice to be truly outspoken against evil, evil contemplated, evil predicted, evil of negligence, greed of evil, and so on. Because if we do not speak in one singular voice, it may be your and my blood that will pay the cost of our silence. By all means, we need a biometric election system now. I'm your humble voice of Kenya. May God, Allah, Krishna, all whomever deity you believe in, bless you. And if you have nothing to believe in yourself, believe in Kenya. Thank you so much.